Hi, we're back. Episode number 151 of the Tommy Maroon Sports Show right here on WCTV. Why not? It's been a lot of fun. And you know what's also been fun? The Cleveland Guardians lately because, well, this guy named Jose Ramirez, who has won Player of the Week again. He's got, heading into yesterday, 49 hits, 28 runs, 11 doubles, 13 home runs, heading into yesterday on pace for 48, which would be 4 short of the franchise record set by Jim Thome in 2002. And in RBIs, 51 was on pace for 188, 3 short of Hack Wilson's MLB record, which is 191, and right now he's on pace for 184. His average heading into yesterday, 297, and OPS of 1.039. He'd be the first Guardian to win MVP since Al Rosen in 1953. Man, oh man, it's been that long since the last time we've had an MVP. Time to look at the series recaps because, well, we can. And Guardians against Science Steelers, we lost that series 2-1. Science Steelers had 2 sack flies in Game 3. And the Guards scored their lone run on a wild pitch in Game 3. Guardians against the Tigers. Guardians lost 2-1. Miguel Cabrera had a walk-off single in Game 1. And Jose Ramirez went off in Game 2 with an incredible bases-clearing triple in the second game. And then the 9th inning had a 2-run jack. And Shane Bieber, 8 innings, 1 run, Game 2. Tigers used 6 pitchers to win it in Game 3, and Jaime Candelario hit a home run in Game 3. But of course, in my opinion, the big story was when we played the Royals, and we're up 2-0, and we're looking for the series sweep today at 1, which is going to be on YouTube. I can finally watch the Guardians today. Thank God. I'm really tired of not being able to watch them. Jose had another home run in Game 1. That was lucky number 13. Andres Jimenez hit a go-ahead home run in Game 1. A go-ahead one for a 3-run shot that made it 6-3. And then they put up 3 runs in the first inning of Game 1. And then my favorite thing of the game, it was Austin Hedges. That's who it was. Austin Hedges hit a 3-run bomb out to left field that made it 6-2. And we did not look back. Cal Quantrill delivered on the mound. It was a good game. There's Andres Jimenez getting in on the action with a base hit in center field. Of course, despite seeing several players on the injured list like Franmil Reyes, it's still looking pretty good for the good guys. And yep, there's a home run, I believe, hit. A double, by Hunter Dozier. But of course, my thing was the 3-run shot. Of course, that was pretty awesome. That came in the 3rd inning, though. Now, time to go to NASCAR where the Coke 600 happened. It's only one of the greatest races in all NASCAR, folks. And Denny Hamlin won it. He won a very crazy race. Chase Elliott won Stage 1. Stage 2 went to Daniel Suarez. Stage 3 went to Ross Chastain. Keep in mind there are 4 stages at the Coke 600. 400 laps there because 600 divided by 400 is 1.5. There is a grand total of 1.5 miles out there at the Charlotte Speedway. Ryan Preece spun out on lap 18. Kyle Busch spun out on lap 46. Austin Cindric spun out 100 laps later, and then 20 laps after that, spin out by Kyle Busch. It was Austin Cindric's turn to spin out. After Austin Cindric spun out, it was Kyle Larson's turn to spin out. Tyler Reddick lost a tire on lap 340. Red flag came out 7 laps later. There's a crazy collision as I think that's Chase Briscoe who went flying, or Chris Buescher, I believe, who goes upside down. But of course, this race had to go not to 1 overtime, but 2 overtimes because Chase Briscoe and Kyle Larson made contact, and that was indeed Buescher. because there's Briscoe right there. And it was definitely one of the craziest races of the season. I didn't watch that much of it because I was trying to watch Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, but from what I saw of it, from what I heard of it, it was still pretty insane to see what happened as there's Chase Briscoe getting into a wreck right there that brought out the yellow flag and forced this baby to go into overtime. And, of course, Denny Hamlin wins that one. Of course, he's at least halfway through the NASCAR Grand Slam, which is Daytona, Coke 600, Talladega, and the infamous Darlington, the egg-shaped Darlingtons. There was another caution that brought out double overtime. It was definitely fun to watch from what I heard. And now time for the NBA, because the conference finals are over on both sides. Warriors won in 5 games in the Western Conference Finals. That's right, in the Western Conference Finals, the Golden State Warriors won. It is the 6th time in 8 years that Golden State's going to the finals. 6th time in 8 years that they won the Western Conference. Klay Thompson, 32 points in Game 5. Steph Curry had the Magic Johnson Western Conference Finals MVP. That's the first time it's ever been awarded. He has one more Western Conference Finals MVP than he does with the Finals MVP. That's right, Steph Curry has 0 Finals MVPs. I'm pretty sure most folks know that by now. Eastern Conference Finals, well, Boston won it. Of course, that was a lose-lose scenario because no one really likes Boston and no one really likes Miami. And I know for a fact I am not a fan of either team. But it's the 22nd time ever that Boston's going to the NBA Finals, and the first time since 2010 that they're going to the NBA Finals. It's been that long for them. Jason Tatum, 22 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists in Game 5. Jimmy Butler in Game 6, 47 points. That forced to Game 7. And in Game 7, Jason Tatum, 26 points. And of course, Jason Tatum did win the inaugural Larry Bird Eastern Conference Finals MVP. That's kind of fitting that a Boston Celtic would win Conference Finals MVP, which was named after a famous Boston Celtic. Of course, Bird won 3 times, 1981, 1984, 1986, and they've only won once ever since 2008. The year of the Big Four: Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and got the other one for some reason. Let me look it up. Ray Allen and Rajon Rondo. That's who it was. How could I possibly forget Rajon Rondo? But yeah, this is the first time since the days of the Big Four that they are going to the Eastern Conference Finals. But the big story in Game 7 was Jimmy Butler's crazy 3-point shot with less than 20 seconds to go. What happened was that Jimmy Butler had a great game, of course, and you could tell the game seemed to be over with like 90 seconds to go, but then Miami chipped at that lead. They chipped at it, got a big 3, I believe, right here from Max Strus. Yep, Max Strus, man, with 44.4 seconds. And then this right here, rather than playing for the last shot, Jimmy Butler tries to pull up 3, and it ends up being a little short, and Boston basically escaped the bullet right there. And they are going to the Eastern Conference Finals to play Golden State. It is the first time since 1964 that those two teams are playing in the NBA Finals. So there is that for you, folks. Well, we have 79 days left till it's high school football season. That is hard to believe, my friends. But, yep, on August 19th, we will see what happens when the Highland Hornets play the Berea Mid-Park Titans. That should be fun. Now, I tweeted earlier today a good idea that the Suburban League should do, and Mr. Walker, the commissioner of the the commissioner, I said, hey, at Subcommish, at Suburban League, Ohio, we should have a championship game between the American Conference winner and National Conference winner in every sport starting next year. I think it'd be cool and give the kids more playing experience. And Suburban League said, they love hearing ideas on how we can improve their league and thanked me for sharing. So I think them back. I did think them back. But that's just what I think. I think it should be I think it'd be a good idea. Will it happen? I don't know, but maybe it will. I mean, National Conference schools are bigger than the American Conference schools, but you never know. You never know. Because whenever an American Conference and National Conference team faces off against each other, you never know who's going to win. Good example of this would be Highland North Royalton. Of course, over the last 4 years, 2018 the walk-off touchdown, 2019 the delayed game that ended up with a North Royalton win, 2021 we stopped them on a 2-point conversion, 2021 when we stopped them from what could have been a game-tying or game-winning drive. Of course, that's just some of the many possible outcomes that can happen when you have an American Conference team face off against a National Conference team. And maybe it'll be Highland North Royalton again in the Suburban League Championship this year. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I don't know if they're going to do it. I hope they do it, but we'll see. We'll see. Well, that concludes today's episode. I've been trying to do something a little silly. Trying to work on this book I'm trying to write. It's called Friday Night Cathedrals, a look at the best high school football stadiums in Northeast Ohio. And of course, in it, I am on a mission. I don't know if I'm going to finish this or not. I don't know if I'm going to try to publish this or not. I'm just writing it for the heck of it right now. But right now, I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to see some of the best high school football stadiums in Northeast Ohio. Look at the history behind them. Look at what makes these stadiums so great. Whether if it's the GCC, the Suburban League, whatever it is, whatever conference, whether you're independent or not, it's still a lot of fun, of course. I'm going to be tackling stadiums like the Hall of Fame Stadium, Paul Brown Tiger Stadium, if I ever get this book off the ground. I started working on it yesterday. And, of course, I'll be looking at the Suburban League stadiums like North Gateway Tire Field. And you guys have a great stadium and aren't right. And then maybe some GCC schools as well, like Ken Dukes and Brunswick Auto Mart. Just going to be a lot of fun. I mean, going to look up the history of some of it. Going to try to maybe go to some of the stadiums this year to see like the experience of them, like the experience at Sharkey and maybe Veterans Stadium where Aurora plays, because of course that's where the Highland Hornets are going to play, both at Barberton and Aurora this year. Maybe I'll get that, cover that. But yeah, that's just a crazy idea I have. Till we meet again, I'm Tommy Maroon. So long, everyone.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.